As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, 20 minutes south of downtown Pittsburgh, for Game 2 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live Week 14 doubleheader on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Capper Hockey Services. And tonight in game number 2, the Chartiers Valley Colts try to remain one of only 2 unbeaten teams remaining in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League as they play host to the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights in PIHL Class 1A Blue Division action. The Colts have already proven to Western Pennsylvania that they deserve to be mentioned as a Penguins Cup contender in Class 1A tonight. They try to prove it once and for all to the West Virginia Panhandle. And look, you are who your coach is, and these Colts, who won only 6 games last season and failed to qualify for the Penguins Cup playoffs, share Paul Bonetti's commitment to winning as head coach. Bonetti, in the 8th straight year of his second tour of duty behind the Chartiers Valley bench, he's had offers to coach other PIHL programs, but he's made it very clear he wants to stay here and see this thing through until the Colts finally win that elusive Pennsylvania Cup championship, which is something they have not done since 1986. The Colts, to wit, the first PIHL team this season to clinch a Penguins Cup playoff berth. It'll be the Colts' first playoff appearance since 2021, and they've done it with a healthy mix of young and old. Let's start with the young. Noah Callender, a PIHL All-Star and potentially the best freshman in the entire league. The Shaha Panthers product, coming in top 5 in goals with 16, top 10 in points with 25, leading Chartiers Valley in both categories. Number 34 in white warming up off to our right. And first among Class A freshmen in both categories. He had a goal in his first 9 varsity games, but he was held to just 1 point in the first meeting between these two teams back on December the 11th, a 4-2 Chartiers Valley win at the West Banco Arena. The Colts come in 12-0, as I said, one of only 2 unbeatens in the league. They lead the Blue Division by 2 points over playoff-bound Avonworth. They are tied with Wheeling Park in the points column with 24 points, but the Colts currently holding the tiebreaker. Wheeling Central Catholic, 6 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss. Good for 13 points, good for the number 7 spot in the Class A Blue Division. West Virginia teams are not eligible for the Penguins Cup playoffs, but what the Maroon Knights can do is play spoiler for a lot of the teams that are trying to make it. They've got tonight's game at Chartiers Valley. They've got a game coming up against Avonworth and Richland. They've got games at Freeport and Beaver coming up, both of whom are fringe playoff teams. So the Maroon Knights have a chance to really upset the apple cart and shake up that Class A playoff picture in the second half of the regular season. Again, Chartiers Valley and Avonworth are officially in. Westmont Hilltop is the only team in the division that has been mathematically eliminated. Leading the way for the Maroon Knights, one of their all-stars this season, junior forward number 79, warming up in dark red off to our left, Logan Pilek, the S-Mark Stars product and Wheeling Junior Nailers product, tied for 7th in Class A with 27 points, and tied with Noah Callender in goals with 16 of those. He was held to just 1 point in the last meeting between these teams. Coming off a big game, though, against Westmont Hilltop, 2 goals and 2 assists and an 8-0 victory for the Maroon Knights at the War Memorial last Thursday. For the Chartiers Valley Colts, they've got team captain Chris DeAngelis, the senior, and Brady Nairn, the exciting junior and alternate captain, each chipping in 20 points this season. They've scored together between the two of them almost that many on special teams alone. 19 total special teams points, So if the Colts are able to to make this game a special teams battle, keep an eye on both of them. And now, per Austin McLean, we pause to honor America. Jeff Jimerson, physically absent, emotionally and technologically present, thanks to the venerable Austin McLean. Chartiers Valley coming off a 4-0 win over Beaver at Brady's Run last Thursday. Their Tuesday night game at the War Memorial against Richland was postponed. That victory over Beaver was the league-leading 4th shutout by the man in goal tonight for Chartiers Valley. One of the best goaltenders in the PIHL this season, junior and all-star Matthew Kohlberg. Kohlberg, number 1 in goals against average with a 0.90 GAA. Tied for second in save percentage with a .944 mark, and second in goaltender wins with 10 of those individually. And he will be opposed by a senior for Wheeling Central Catholic, Ashton Glover, who ranks 10th in total saves made with 243. And Glover's played pretty well the last couple games, back-to-back wins for Wheeling Park, a .959 save percentage in those games, 1 shutout of his own. And Glover fought admirably in the last meeting between these clubs. He made 28 saves in the losing effort for Wheeling Central. So he has shown flashes of excellence, but just an .871 save percentage overall this season for Glover. So head coach PJ Ratcliffe would love to see more consistency from his netminder. As we are underway and the Maroon Knights control the opening faceoff and move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin tonight's nightcap. Hatfield, Gary Hatfield, the junior defenseman, blasts that puck wide of Kohlberg. Thomas Reinkars, the senior forward, an all-state lacrosse player at Wheeling Central, chips that puck briefly inside the Chartiers Valley blue line before the Colts ice it, and we get our first stoppage 28 seconds in. Chartiers Valley, 12-0 on the season, a perfect 5-0 here, coming into Week 14 in the friendly confines of the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Wheeling Central Catholic, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime loss as the road team this season. Colts control the face-off to Kohlberg's left. Callender up ahead for DeAngelis. DeAngelis to the corner, hesitates as he comes up upon Hatfield. Puck played back to center ice. Retreating to play it is Caleb Staub, the freshman. Dylan Shimoski, the sophomore blue liner, up ahead, intended for Ryan Kumpf. Kumpf unable to handle that outlet pass as the Colts gather it in front of their own bench and send it deep into Wheeling Central territory as Paul Benetti called for a line change behind the play. A hard hit there on Joey Barkey, the senior defenseman, as the puck is turned over to the Colts and shipped back to center. Bodie Burge cleaning up that mess. Burge scored a goal in the last meeting between these teams, won by the Colts back on the 11th of December. Shimoski retreating in front of his own goaltender. Surveys the play and goes across 2 lines, a little too heavy for Romeo Isolde, and once again, Char Valley guilty of icing. Paul Benetti also was head coach of the Chartiers Valley Colts from 2004 to 2006, in addition to his current tenure, which began in 2016. The closest Chartiers Valley has come to running the table in the PIHL, in fact, was that 04-05 campaign when Benetti's Colts went 20-1 as an inaugural member of the co-op division. That was the first year for the co-op division in the PIHL. Back then it was called the Open Class, and they won the first ever Open Cup in PIHL history under Benetti in 05. Colts guilty of icing again. In 2005, by the way, also the year of the first state high school hockey championship tournament in West Virginia. PJ Ratcliffe's Maroon Knights have won that tournament 8 times all time, most recently in 2022. Face-off won by the Colts, but given away to the Maroon Knights as it comes back to center. Braden Knight, who comes in with 11 assists and 15 points, helps the Colts play it up to center. Austin Tornabene and Knight getting it deep for the Colts. Dayton Yanko trying to force a turnover deep in Wheeling Central ice. 50-50 battle in front of those Chartiers Valley senior banners. And we will be here for Chartiers Valley Senior Night, by the way, which we are told will be next Thursday night at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. More on that later. Puck deflected out of play by Glover, and so this faceoff will come in Maroon Knights territory. 2.5 into a scoreless first period. And off the faceoff, it's deflected out of play on the quick snapshot by Darian Strohsnyder, who comes in with just 2 goals on the sophomore campaign. Chartiers Valley, as I said, a healthy mix of young and old. 7 seniors, but also 10 sophomores and 7 juniors, and 6 freshmen, as Glover makes a save from his knees at the far post. Puck out of play. And this faceoff will come in Wheeling Central Ice one more time. Chartiers Valley, 2.5 years removed, I should say, from its last Penguins Cup final berth. In 2021, Colts falling to first-time champion Indiana in the 1A final that year. First Penguins Cup final appearance since 1990 by the club. As we said, Paul Benetti really wants to be here when this club finally gets over that hump. This puck, Murphy dumped through center. Off the skate of Luke Hines, the alternate captain and defenseman. Hines put it in the corner boards by Pilek, the Wheeling Central star. Hines recovers and plays this puck as his stick is broken, and we're going to get a penalty against Wheeling Central. Slashing is indicated as Hines' stick, was slashed right out of his hand by Thomas Reinkars. Wheeling Central, 191 PIMs as a team coming into Thursday, 3rd most of the 24 total teams in the league's 1A classification. Chartiers Valley, the 5th most penalized team, by the way, so the potential exists for this to turn into a special teams battle, and that battle would favor the Colts, statistically speaking. Number 3 power play in the single A classification, Chartiers Valley, 37.2% coming in. Wheeling Central, 78.9% on the penalty kill coming in, good for 10th out of the 24 teams in the class. Zoldi overskating that puck but regains possession. Out in front it comes, backhander by DeAngelis, score! Take a bow, young man, Chris DeAngelis. The captain makes it happen early in the Colts power play. And they strike first with 13:10 remaining in period 1. DeAngelis, his 11th of the season and 4th on the PP. Zoldi will pick up his 13th helper of the year and 4th of the power play variety. Just a textbook backdoor play there by the Colts, who draw first blood early here at home. Maroon Knights try to get up off the proverbial mat here on the road as they have this puck pinned up against a half wall. Colts in digging for it. DeAngelis has it for Char Valley. Out in front it comes another one-timer, this time by Kumpf, and this time it goes wide of Glover's glove. And so as Pilek was forced to take the proverbial skate of shame, you hear the official goal announcement crediting the power play tally to DeAngelis, the Colts captain. Strohsnyder over the line. Lost the stick, good poke check by Hatfield, and the follow-up shot is put just wide. Held from distance, and falling to his knees and gloving it is Ashton Glover. Darian Strohsnyder with a pretty individual play there, almost tucked it around the Wheeling Central senior as he was driving the net. Char Valley with the first 4 shots on goal in this hockey game, not to mention the first one that counts. Hatfield plays it around the boards. And it's sent off the glass by Wheeling Catholic. In pursuit, Braden Baker, the junior. Szymanski's going to get there first. and give it to Joey DeAngelis, the sophomore. And DeAngelis gave it away, and Kohlberg had to make a save there off the turnover. To the point it comes for Grady Mullen. Mullen sends it in behind the Colts net. And near side, it'll be cut off by Hatfield at center ice. Hatfield gains the red line and dumps it in wide of Kohlberg with authority as the Colts were completing a line change. Reinkars pressuring one of the Colts. That's Joey DeAngelis. Knight under some duress. Up ahead for Yanko. Yanko put into the boards by Mullen. Hatfield to the left of his goaltender. Up for Reinkars. Reinkars 1-on-2 to the Chartiers Valley blue line. Make that 1-on-3 as Yanko catches up and sends him to his stomach. Outlet pass intended for Knight. It was touched by a Wheeling Central stick, no icing. And somebody lost a piece of equipment or something that's sitting above the left wing circle in Wheeling Central ice. Oscar Garcia retreating defensively for the Colts, who have a 1-0 lead with 10:45 to go in the first period on Chris DeAngelis' power play goal. Kohlberg, in the meantime, makes that glove save and does it with some flair against Brady Kerr. Chartiers Valley, a staggering 27-1 goal differential in first periods this season. They've only allowed one first period goal all season. So this is a team that can take command of games early, and they've taken a big step toward that effect by using their power play to put the Maroon Knights behind early in this game. Landon Prager, all-star defenseman, Wheeling Catholic senior and team captain, trying to clear his zone. Now the second time will be the charm, but in doing so, the Maroon Knights are called for icing. Prager returning to action recently for Wheeling Central Catholic after serving a brief suspension. Ratcliffe making a line change before this defensive zone face-off to the right of Ashton Glover. And to goal it comes, Glover ready to make the save. Callender with it along the half wall. Callender watched closely by Owen Mullen as this shot misses the net. Luke Hines has to retreat to center to play that puck. Chartiers Valley tagging up as they get it deep into Wheeling Central ice. Hayden Vossen, the junior defenseman, watches this puck sail into the glove hand, the left hand of Ashton Glover. The Wheeling Central senior is a silly sider, as one Mr. Sidney Crosby would say. Left-handed goaltender with a left-handed catching glove. Something of an abnormality, though less and less nowadays. This shot deflected high and wide, initially taken by Tyler Held. Held, one of 7 Chartiers Valley Colts, including Coach Benetti, to be named to the PIHL 1A Blue Division All-Star game. We'll tell you a little bit more about that later as this puck is sent deep into the Chartiers Valley zone. Held shrugs off the check from Hatfield to play this puck and has DeAngelis up ahead of the play. Tries to go there. Instead will go to Callender. Callender with room to maneuver. Callender cross ice and the passes muffed by Tyler Held. A break there for the Maroon Knights. Held forces a turnover, however, and the Colts still have this puck. Out in front it comes. Callender unable to handle as Held tied up his man's stick. Held trying to go back to Callender as this puck is put wide from the boards by Szymanski. Slap shot toward goal was blocked in front by Prager. Colts sent it out in front. To the point it goes, but not out. Szymanski through a crowd. Oh, that just went wide of Glover's glove. That was ticketed for the inside of that far post. But the Colts just couldn't hit the target. Prager defensively for Wheeling Central. Up the boards for Vossen. Vossen takes his time corralling this puck. And through the legs of Szymanski it'll go. This should not be icing, and it will not be. Buckholz and Fitzgerald, the USA Hockey crew, sticking around to work Game 2 this evening here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Under 8 to go in period 1, it's 1-0 in favor of the Chartiers Valley Colts. Tino Sperlaza and the Central Catholic Maroon Knights over the attacking line. The Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights, that is, playing this puck around the boards. Pinching defensively is Barkey to send this puck deep. Yanko with it for Chartiers Valley. Izoldi calling for the puck. Unable to accept that outlet pass, which will be icing against the Colts. Now, the Colts have been trying to run that home run play a couple of times, but haven't quite been able to get it to click, as Paul Benetti has some instructions before the faceoff for his sophomore forward, Austin Tornabene. Faceoff will come to Kohlberg's right. Char Valley up by a goal and out shooting the Maroon Knights 7-1 in the early goings here as the Colts are offside. And Tornabene's going to take the faceoff just outside the Wheeling Central blue line, and he's going to win this faceoff for the Colts. Tornabene unable to control the puck, however, as it's sent back to center by Aiden Coey. Coey could be an X factor for Wheeling Central. He's got 3 goals in his last 3 games played. 50 career varsity points for the Wheeling Central Catholic junior. 21 points on the season as a junior for Ratcliffe's club. And Coey held without a point the last time these teams met at West Banco Arena. Tyler Hines trying to clear his zone. A good keep there by Wheeling Central, as one of the Maroon Knights has knocked off the puck, and that's Coey getting the worst of that hit. He gets back to his feet slowly, and I think he wants to come off here as Burge plays it at center ice. Austin Eftimides over the line, the Chartiers Valley football player, deflecting that puck to the corner. Eftimides shouldering one of the Knights up high and receives a retaliatory slash as play continues in Wheeling Central ice. Maroon Knights able to get it back to center red with 6:10 to go in the opening frame. Hatfield now with it for Wheeling Central. Hatfield interrupted by Taylor, and Hatfield collides with one of his own men. That was Braden Baker, and a break the other way for Chartiers Valley. This shot pass deflected just wide by Eftimides. Oh, a pretty play there by the Colts. Everything there but the execution. Pilek at center. Gets it deep for Wheeling Central. Both teams want to make some changes on the fly here with time ticking away in the first period. Outlet pass for Ryan Kumpf. Kumpf chasing it to the corner. Prager's going to get there first defensively for Wheeling Central. Prager looking to go to Thomas Komorowski. Instead, it's broken up temporarily by one of the Colts, but Wheeling Central muscles that puck up through center. Tyler Hines around the boards for Kumpf. Kumpf is shouldered up high by Sperlaza. DeAngelis going after this puck. DeAngelis, who has the game's only goal, to the net. Save made Glover. The rebound is bouncing around in front of the net, and Callender puts it on goal. Glover makes that save from his knees. Kumpf to the point for Hines. Hines high and wide off the glass. Somehow it stays in play for Szymanski. A good cycle here by the Colts. Callender out in front on his backhand, ridden off that puck by a couple of Knights. DeAngelis unable to fish it out of the sea of legs as Chartiers Valley resets at center. Callender unable to go to Tyler Held. It was picked off by one of the Knights, and a penalty coming up against the Colts as Komorowski was plowed from behind. Tyler Held, the all-star sophomore defenseman, feeling shame for 2 minutes and then getting free. Cross-checking the official indication as Wheeling Central Catholic goes on the power play for the first time tonight. They're already 1 for 1 on the PK, or correction, 0 for 1 on the PK. Trying to even things up on special teams after conceding that power play tally to Chris DeAngelis, the Colts captain. Wheeling Central 27.7 on the power play, tied for 9th in single A. Kohlberg in front, and the Knights have scored. Logan Pilek nuzzles that nylon. And for just the second time this season, an opponent has scored a first period goal against the Chartiers Valley Colts. And we've got a 1-1 hockey game. Pilek smashing in that rebound behind a hapless Kohlberg for his team leading 17th of the season and 5th on the power play. .424 to go, first period. So the number one penalty kill in single A has been nicked for a goal as the Maroon Knights pull even. Azoldi takes the lead pass. Azoldi behind the defense. Azoldi to goal, makes his move. And Romeo, therefore art thou Romeo. Azoldi gets it right back for the Colts. Just when Chartiers Valley gets punched, they counterpunch. A nifty play by the Char Valley senior for his 6th goal of the season. And he just made Glover look silly. And as quickly as we could say 1-1 hockey game, it is 2-1 Chartiers Valley. 18 seconds later, the Colts get the lead right back as we have a pregnant pause before the faceoff with the on-duty EMT needing assistance to get off the ice. Sean Taylor, I believe, was the player for Chartiers Valley receiving attention, if my eyes did not deceive me. And Taylor on the ice now for Paul Benetti late in this period with the Colts back up by a goal. Lead pass to Knight. Knight 1-on-2 against the Maroon Knights defense, and his weak shot on goal was sticked aside easily by Glover. Hatfield trying to clear. Burge unable to do the honors. Taylor's slap shot misses the stick side of Ashton Glover. Out in front it comes. Shot from a tight angle by Yanko is denied by the Wheeling Central senior. Hines through a crowd. Blocker saved by Glover. Maroon Knights still unable to clear their zone. Good shift here by the Colts after they retake the lead. Knight out in front. Knight shoots. He scores! Braden Knight nuzzles that nylon. And Chartiers Valley opens up a 3-1 lead with 3 minutes to play in period 1. Knight, the senior, his 5th of the season. Now you got to credit Paul Benetti's team for the response. They give up the power play goal to Pilek on sort of a sloppy-looking play from a Colts perspective where they just didn't really look ready on special teams, and immediately Azoldi answers, and Knight tacks on, and the Colts, just like that, are in command here late in the opening frame. Stroh-Snyder off a leg. And this rebound is flagged down by Reinkars. Back to center it'll come now for Prager. Prager stood up at the blue line by Oscar Garcia as the Colts fans and student section express their approval. Eftimades unable to clear. Reinkars kept it deep for Wheeling Central. Stroh-Snyder trying to will that puck back to center ice as Wheeling Central enters the zone offside. Visit the shop at 10-Band TV and check out all the great deals available now from our associate partners, including best-selling electronics from Amazon and discounted first visits to the Massage Envy outlet nearest you. Every purchase you make through the 10-Band TV shop supports our PIHL coverage and other regional content on 10-Band TV. As always, thanks for watching and for shopping on 10band.tv/shop. Noah Callender! He's going to the store. It's not the 10-Band TV store, but he's going to a store all the same. Chartiers Valley 4, Wheeling Central Catholic 1, 2:04 remaining first period, as one of the premier freshmen in the PIHL has his 17th goal of his first varsity season. What's that old Mike Lang expression? Everything but the kitchen sink? I think Callender just found the kitchen sink. Chartiers Valley pouring it on as time winds down in this first period. Tyler Held's shot deflected wide of goal. Shemansky off a leg, that of DeAngelis, as Glover cuts down the angle to make that save. Held unable to keep that puck inside the blue line. He's under pressure now from Burge at his own blue line. Held gives this puck up to Coe. Coe lost it to Callender. Callender across the attacking line for the Colts. Callender around a man. Callender on his backhand wide of the net. Up to Shemansky. That puck deflected wide of the goal crease as DeAngelis was contacted underneath his face mask, it looks like. And we get a stoppage in play here. The Char Valley captain appears no worse for the wear. And we're actually going to get a penalty here, an interference call. And it's going to go against Wheeling Central Catholic. Bodie Burge throws his stick against the penalty box in disgust, as the Colts will try to go 2 for 2 on the power play. Both teams are already 1 for 1. Clean face-off win by the Colts. Taylor works it across the ice to Isolde. Isolde trying to go through the legs of Pilek, who stands him up. Isolde peels back. Isolde through a crowd. Isolde off balance. Oh, waited a little too long to release that puck. Final minute of first period play as that cross-ice pass is read like a grocery store novel by Pilek, and the Colts have to reset. Shemansky getting it deep. 1:25 remaining in the Chartiers Valley power play. Shemansky wide of the net. So this power play will carry over to period 2, barring a goal here late by the Colts. They've netted 4 in this first period to take a commanding lead over Wheeling Central Catholic, their 1A Blue Division rival, and there goes the power play. A tripping call with 14.4 ticks to talk in period 1. And this one is going to go against Taylor, who can't believe it. So let's see what both these teams can do with a little more open ice to work with. We've got 4-on-4 hockey for the balance of period 1. Knights control the faceoff. Quick wrist shot stopped by Kohlberg. Tyler Held controlling. Gave it up at the side, then out in front it comes. Off-balance shot. Kohlberg makes the save, and the rebound is controlled by Tyler Held. DeAngelis has it with 3 seconds left, and that'll do it. An eventful first period in Game 2 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL channel, presented by Capper Hockey Services here on 10-Band TV. Your score through 1, Chartiers Valley Colts 4, Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights 1. I'm Matt Popchock. Back to Lebo in a moment.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Last year, over 100,000 local viewers watched the PIHL All-Star Games live and on demand on 10-Band TV. This year, 10-Band TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the PIHL All-Star Games once again on Sunday, January 28th at the RMU Island Sports Center beginning at noon. Visit 10band.tv/advertise to learn more about affordable opportunities to promote your business and sponsor our player profile digital hockey cards during our All-Star coverage. That's 10band.tv/advertise, and be sure to enter the discount code TBTV ads 2024 at checkout for all ad placements. Co-op Division All-Star Game at noon on Sunday the 28th. At 1:50, the 1A Blue All-Star Game, which will feature representatives from both these teams. Then the 1A Gold All-Star Game at 3:40, the Class AA game at 5:30, the Class AAA game at 7:30. All live, only on 10-Band TV, Sunday, January 28th. First period shots on goal here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Chartiers Valley 14, Wheeling Central Catholic 3. Where it counts, it's Colts 4, Maroon Knights 1. As the number one team in PIHL Class A, so far proving true the adage that the best defense is, in fact, a sharp offense. Colts squandering the 1-0 lead, but immediately responding with 3 unanswered goals in a span of 2 minutes in that first period. From Isolde, Knight, and Callender after DeAngelis scored the first of the game on the power play. And we have a whistle and a stoppage as we're underway in second period action. The teams have switched sides, and we've got 6 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to play before Wheeling Central gets its second truncated power play opportunity of the game. The Knights are 1-for-1 on the man advantage thus far, with Logan Pilek scoring in the first period from Aiden Coey. Colts shorthanded concede possession as the puck is sent back to the Char Valley blue line. And Tyler Held gets it deep for the Colts. Prager with 40 seconds to go in the abbreviated power play. Up to center for Hatfield. Hatfield long-range blast, and that 100-foot save is made by Kohlberg. Tornabene catching some friendly fire from Szymanski as the Colts are unable to clear the zone. Pilek pressuring in the far corner, and Chartiers Valley does exit the area with 20 to go in the PK. Hatfield outletting for Burge. Burge sends it deep into Colts territory. Held around the boards, gave it away to one of the Knights. That's Coey. But Coey is unable to hang on, and that'll do it. Both teams back to 5 men as we have 15:05 to go in period 2, and it remains a 3-goal advantage for the Colts. Coey stood up at center ice as Char Valley gets this puck deep. Gavin Waldron, the sophomore, coming in after it. Near side it comes to Prager. Prager gave it up to Held. Tyler Held on goal. Saved Glover. The rebound controlled by the Colts and put out in front off a Wheeling Central stick. Looked like Hatfield blocked that shot as the Knights are unable to clear their zone. Good play there by Held to Isolde. Isolde on the off wing. Save made by Glover. The rebound goes in behind the net. Wheeling Central icing this puck with 14:32 remaining in the second. Now Chartiers Valley giving up that rare power play goal in the first period, looking much more organized on the PK to begin the second here, protecting that big lead. And this puck comes in on goal off the face-off. Glover tries to cover. He can't. Oh, Knight couldn't turn it around. Otherwise, he would have had an open net to shoot at. Braden Knight with a goal in this game already back in period 1. Connor Wood gets it deep for Wheeling Central. Sean Taylor in behind his own net. Reverses the play to Luke Hines. Hines, the alternate captain, under the stick of Wood. Knight in pursuit for Char Valley as it comes around the boards to Vossen. 50-50 battle won by the Colts and Braden Knight. Knight had a man out in front cutting to the net. And that was Dayton Yanko, but he's unable to go in that direction. Taylor's attempt is blocked by Baker. Tornabene with it now for the Colts. Tornabene harassed from behind. Backhander save made Glover. The rebound controlled by the Maroon Knights and cleared but not out. Long shot by Taylor. Better save by Ashton Glover. Glover under siege suddenly here in period 2 with the Colts looking to extend their lead. Loose puck at the side of the net. And the Wheeling Central senior covers it. A little bit of forearm shimmying there between the teams as they repair to their respective benches, and Yanko looks like he has something to say to Connor Wood as Wood goes to the visitors' bench. Face-off coming up to Glover's right. Pilot unable to clear. Mitchell from the right point. Luke Mitchell seeing his first ice time of the evening for Paul Bonetti. Watches this puck go all the way back, into Colts territory, where it's played to the near boards for Mitchell, who gets it inside the Wheeling Central blue line. Barkey and Prager playing pitch and catch defensively as it comes up to Burge. Burge couldn't handle the pass. Waldron has it pinned up against the visitors' bench as Eftimades shoulders one of the Knights. Pilek tries to put it toward goal. That shot was blocked. Garcia, the big Char Valley defenseman, puts a man to his stomach. That was Pilek as Char Valley ices this puck with 12:20 to go to the ice cut. Chartiers Valley has seen Matt Kohlberg's otherwise sparkling save percentage take a little bit of a hit, but it has not mattered as the Colts have once again supported their goaltender well, as they have all season. Just 15 goals allowed as a team coming into tonight, second fewest in the single A classification. And they look like they've settled down after that goal allowed to Pilek on the power play. Mullen is dumped behind the Wheeling Central Catholic net. Grady Mullen, that is. As it comes out in front, DeAngelis unable to hook up with Callender. Callender has the loose puck, far side. Around the boards it comes now to Tyler Held. Held cross ice for Callender. Callender tees it up. Out in front it goes, and he scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? DeAngelis was in front, but I think it went off a Maroon Knight skate and in behind Glover. I think this is going to be Callender's goal, and I believe it will be Callender's goal, his second of the game. And the Colts lead 5-1 with 11:35 to go in the middle frame. The varsity newcomer continues his assault on PIHL Class A with his 18th of the year. Prager defensively for the Knights. Watches it die at the feet of Strohsnyder. Strohsnyder off the side of the net. Has his own rebound back. Puts it off Glover. It's still loose in front. Cleared by Prager. Tyler Held picking up the assist on the second goal of the game by Callender. Held with 7 assists now on the season. Waldron over the line. That shot blocked by Prager. Isolde standing up Reinkars. Now Barkey is plowed by one of the Colts. And that was Szymanski, and Szymanski took a penalty. Szymanski getting a little overzealous on the forecheck as Kohlberg makes the save above on the shot above the right circle. The temper's heating up now as the game gets a little bit further out of hand. 5-1 Colts, 10:37 to go, second period. something to this USA Hockey crew of Buchholz and Fitzgerald that was construed as abusive officials. In any event, Landon Smith will serve the minor penalty. So a bit of a plot twist as Wheeling Central Catholic nonetheless gets its third power play chance of the night. The Maroon Knights are 1 for 2 thus far, with 10:25 remaining in period 2, trailing by 4. Lead pass for Burge. That's broken up at center by Hines. Hatfield crossing the attacking line for Wheeling Central, gets it deep. Taylor, the closest man to the puck. And it will wrap it off the boards behind Kohlberg. Hines fans on the clearing attempt, but this time he gets the job done. Under 10 to go in the period, under 1:20 to go in the Maroon Knights power play. Hatfield at center. Worked over by Taylor. Taylor tying up Pilek at center ice and getting this puck deep. Good puck battle there by Taylor, winning the battle and taking more time off the penalty clock. Under a minute to go in the Wheeling Central power play, and the Knights have not registered a shot on goal on the power play, but it looks like the Colts are going to be shorthanded by 2 men. Callender took a penalty in the corner in the Wheeling Central zone. And Callender is furious as he sits down. Hooking the indication against the talented freshman. Callender with 2 goals on the night. But he has to sit and watch for now as Wheeling Central Catholic will have a 5-on-3 advantage for 41 seconds and a chance to climb back into this game with still a lot of time left. Wheeling Central Catholic, including tonight, 14 power play goals as a team, which is only 2 fewer than Char Valley had coming in. Of course, the Colts have scored once tonight on the man advantage, so the Colts have 17 power play tallies now on the year. Coe keeps it inside the blue line. Bouncing puck back to the point for Wood. Near side for Pilek. A 5-on-3 power play for Wheeling Central Catholic. Coe from the high slot. Blocked by DeAngelis. 10 seconds left in the bench minor. DeAngelis unable to clear the zone. Szymanski can't do it either. DeAngelis has it, and DeAngelis is going to take charge. So Landon Smith comes out of the box, and now it's down to a 5-on-4 power play, a conventional PK for the Colts. A big play there by the Char Valley captain. Now here's his counterpart, Wheeling Central captain Landon Prager, putting it behind the Colts net. Coe unable to get the shot set up as Stroh-Snyder attacks shorthanded for the Colts. Stroh-Snyder to the goal. Knocked aside by Glover, and now Stroh-Snyder hauled down. Nothing called, and Paul Bonetti is furious. Oh, now the trailing official at center ice has made the call as Kohlberg is unable to get to the bench in time for the extra attacker, A chaotic sequence there as Connor Wood is indeed sent off. And so the Colts kill off the 5-on-3. That's a huge moment in this game for both these teams. Chartiers Valley continues to win the special teams battle here tonight between these 1A Blue Division teams, and they're winning on the scoreboard as well, 5-1 with 8 minutes to go to the ice cut and 44 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey forthcoming. Held for Isolde. Isolde at the edge of the left circle. He's poke checked by Burge. Burge unable to clear it. Szymanski through a crowd. That was blocked. Never made it on goal. Colts have the rebound. Stroh-Snyder forces a kick save from Glover. Isolde has the rebound. 15 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as the Maroon Knights are still unable to clear. Szymanski for Isolde. Isolde driving the net, but that play broken up nicely by Barkey, who will ice this puck for Wheeling Central. 6 ticks to talk on the 4-on-4. 7:24 remaining in the second period. Chartiers Valley in command, 5-1. Colts with 4 unanswered goals in this game after giving up a game-tying power play goal to Logan Pilek, the Maroon Knights' leading scorer, and one of the night's 3 PIHL All-Stars, for that matter. Colts with a truncated power play now. They're 1 for 2 in that department. Szymanski high and wide off the glass. Callender tries to get to the rebound but can't. It's cleared by Pilek. Callender for Held. Chartiers Valley weaving through the neutral zone. Here's Tornabene, edge of the left circle. Tornabene for Szymanski. For Held. Held through a crowd. Save made. Rebound is hacked at and whacked at and held again by Glover, despite the noble effort of Tornabene to finish what he started. Tornabene, the sophomore, only 5 goals in the season, but does have a power play goal to his credit. Held off the face-off win by Char Valley. Half a minute to go in the power play for Callender. Callender toward goal. Kick save and a loud one by Glover. Tyler Held through a crowd. Save made. I'm not sure if that caught a piece of Kumpf or if it caught a piece of Glover. In any event, Callender in front trying to get a bounce. He can't as it's played back to center point. Good hustle there by DeAngelis. DeAngelis on goal. Save Glover. The rebound controlled by Prager, who clears the zone. And that'll do it. Colts 1 for 3 now on the man advantage, but still ahead 5-1 with under 6 to go to the ice cut. Prager gains the red line and dumps it in. Szymanski reversing for Held. That pass too strong. Bodie Burge trying to send it deep for Wheeling Central. Vossen from left point. Szymanski underneath a stick. Connor Wood out of the penalty box, gives it up to Callender. Callender around a man. Callender to the goal. Callender, save Glover! Oh, don't break out those chapeaus just yet, says the Wheeling Central Catholic senior. Colts win another face-off and retreat with this puck inside their own blue line. Taylor trying to outlet for Yanko. That pass too far. Tornabene at center ice is knocked off that puck by Burge. Knight back to Taylor at center red. Hines over the line, forcing the save from Glover. And the rebound is fought for and controlled by Wheeling Central, but taken away by the Colts. Tornabene's snapshot is blocked. The follow-up try is blocked again in front by Connor Wood. Braden Baker sends this puck deep into the Chartiers Valley zone. Hines under pressure, playing that puck near side, and up the boards it comes now to Knight. Yanko catches up to that puck and sends it deep. Colts making a change behind the play. Knight colliding with Hatfield in the corner. Tornabene. Give it up to Pilek. Pilek trying to flip it to himself and does. Pilek on goal. Save Kohlberg. And the rebound comes right to Hines. Hines for Strohsnyder. Strohsnyder ahead of the defense. Strohsnyder forces the save from Glover. Coey under pressure, building up speed over the attacking line now. Coey unable to split the defense. Taylor got sent to his keister, but made the play defensively. Eftimiades around a man deep in Wheeling Central territory. That's Grady Mullen, but the Colts are unable to hang on to the puck in front of Glover. Strohsnyder keeping the play alive inside the blue line for Eftimiades, but he couldn't handle it. Oh, one of the Maroon Knights overskating that puck, and that's a break for Strohsnyder. Eftimades shouldering Mullen off that puck. Coe unable to clear it east, plowed by Garcia. And a penalty coming up. Again, the trailing official making the call. Cross-checking the indication. And this looks like it's going to go against the Knights. Aiden Coe will sit with just over 3 minutes to go until the ice cut here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. And Chartiers Valley gets a fourth power play chance on the night. Matt Popchock here for PIHL Hockey Night Live, Game 2 of our Thursday night doubleheader in Week 14 on the PIHL channel, part of 10 Band TV, presented by Capper Hockey Services. Tyler held. Couldn't get a bounce out in front. Up through center comes Komorowski. Komorowski shorthanded. Stood up at the Char Valley blue line. Azoldi brings it over the attacking line for the Colts power play. Chartiers Valley trying to add to a 4-goal lead late in the second period. Snapshot blocked. That might have hit DeAngelis in front. Held, and the Colts have to reset. Held over the attacking line now. 1-on-2. Centers for DeAngelis. DeAngelis swiping it toward goal. Gets his own rebound back and resets to Azoldi. Azoldi down low. Backhand try. Save made. Rebound. Score! And you can break out the chapeaus now, baby, for Noah Callender. His 5th power play goal of the year. His 19th goal of the season, his 3rd goal of the night. I'm infallible, young fella. And the Colts make it 6-1 with 2:01 remaining in period 2. Good pressure, good puck movement down low, good work by DeAngelis, the captain, and that was like shooting fish in a barrel for Callender. And there you hear the official announcement vis-a-vis Austin McLean as Glover covers inside his crease. Kumpf, Tornabene, and Yanko, the offensive trio here out on the ice late in the second for Paul Benetti as his Colts are in command. On their way to racking up another Class 1A Blue Division victory as one of the Maroon Knights is yapping from the bench. It could be one of the players trying to get instructions over to Bodie Burge to come off the ice, and now one of the officials is interceding and saying that Burge has to stay on and that the personnel change was called for too late. P.J. Ratcliffe talking to his team on the bench, trying to figure out what went wrong there as the Colts have it off the faceoff. Kumpf's shot is blocked right out in front. Taylor for Kumpf. Kumpf from a bad angle, forces the save from Glover. On Wednesday, January 24th, 10 Band TV takes it outside. The PIHL channel has live coverage of the 2024 Bishop Canavan Winter Classic featuring the Chartiers Valley Colts as two longtime PIHL rivals and the last two unbeatens in the league unite for an exhibition game to raise money for the Crabtree Kovacic Veterans House at the Washington, PA City Mission in memory of U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Ryan Kovacic, a Bishop Canavan hockey alumnus. Visit 10band.tv/advertise to learn about affordable Winter Classic advertising opportunities and watch the puck drop at South Park Ice Rink at 7 p.m. between the Crusaders and the Colts on Wednesday, January 24th on 10 Band TV. A late whistle here with 41.2 ticks to talk as tempers flare. Austin Tornabene being consoled by his teammate Kumpf as Tornabene heads to the Colts bench. No penalties appear to be forthcoming as the faceoff is called for inside the Chartiers Valley zone to the right of Matthew Kohlberg, who's only had to make 7 saves thus far. Colts amassing 37 shots on goal as period 2 winds to a close half a minute from now. Connor Wood between his own circles, drifting to his left and off the legs of Taylor. Stroh-Snyder back to center off the skates of Komorowski. And the Colts take a penalty late in the period as Wood is run over and now is shoved by Eftimiades. And someone, I think, from the Wheeling Central bench might have punched or tried to shove Eftimiades. Prager, who we said is just coming off a suspension, is barking at one of the Colts. We should point out also that Wheeling Central has another player actively suspended. Zach Vitlip, their third leading scorer, is out for this game. He has to miss 2 PIHL games due to a fighting incident earlier in the season. And again, with the scoreboard saying what it says, you just don't want things to get any more out of hand than they already are if you're this USA Hockey crew. And a pregnant pause here as they're trying to sort out the penalties. Currently, Eftimiades is shown as having been assessed a double minor. And so Wheeling Central Catholic gets an extended power play when period 3 begins. And the Knights have quite a hill to climb, and they'll need some help on special teams to climb that hill. So we will cut the ice at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center with your score after 2 periods in this PIHL Class 1A Blue Division affair. The Chartiers Valley Colts 6, the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights 1. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Man TV, presented by Capper Hockey Services. We've got third period action coming up soon, but first, some much-awaited music from the 412.
Jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
The Wheeling Central star. Hines recovers and plays this puck as his stick is broken, and we're going to get a penalty against Wheeling Central. Slashing is indicated as high classification. Over skating that puck, but regains possession. Out in front it comes, backhanded by DeAngelis. Score! Take a bow, young man, Chris DeAngelis. The captain makes it happen early in the Colts power play. Szymanski's going to get there first and give it to Joey DeAngelis, the sophomore. And DeAngelis gave it away, and Kohlberg had to make a save there off the turnover. To the point it comes for Grady Mullen. Mullen sends it in behind the Colts net. Shrugs off the check from Hatfield to play this puck and has DeAngelis up ahead of the play. Tries to go there. Instead, he'll go to Callender. Callender with room to maneuver. Callender cross ice, and the passes muffed by Tyler Held. A break there for the Maroon Knights. Held forces a turnover play. Tied for 9th in single A. Kohlberg in front, and the Knights have scored. Logan Pilek nuzzles that nylon. And for just the second time this season, an opponent has... Azzoldi takes the lead pass. Azzoldi behind the defense. Azzoldi to the goal, makes his move. And Romeo, therefore art thou Romeo. Azzoldi gets it right back for the Colts. Near their zone. Good shift here by the Colts after they retake the lead. Knight out in front. Knight shoots. He scores! Braden Knight nuzzles that nylon. And Chartiers Valley opens up a 3-1 lead with 3 minutes to play in zone. Good shift here by the Colts after they retake the lead. Knight out in front. Knight shoots. He scores! Braden Knight nuzzles that nylon. And Chartiers Valley opens up a 3-1 lead with 3 minutes to play in shopping on 10band.tv/shop. Noah Callender! He's going to the store. It's not the 10-band TV store, but he's going to a store all the same. For shopping on 10band.tv/shop. Noah Callender! He's going to the store. It's not the 10-band TV store, but he's going to a store all the same. Kohlberg. Tyler Held controlling. Gave it up at the side, and then out in front it comes. Off-balance shot. Kohlberg makes the save, and the rebound is controlled by Tyler Held. DeAngelis has it with 3 seconds left, and that'll do it. Around the boards it comes now to Tyler Held. Held cross ice for Callender. Callender tees it up. Out in front it goes, and he scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? DeAngelis was in front, but I think it went off a Maroon Knights. Connor Wood out of the penalty box, gives it up to Callender. Callender around a man. Callender to the goal. Callender, save Glover! Oh, don't break out those chapeaux just yet. Give it up to Pilek. Pilek trying to flip it to himself and does. Pilek on goal. Save Kohlberg. And the rebound comes right to Hines. Hines for Stroh-Snyder. Stroh-Snyder ahead of the defense. Stroh-Snyder forces the save from Glover. On goal. Save Kohlberg. And the rebound comes right to Hines. Hines for Stroh-Snyder. Stroh-Snyder ahead of the defense. Stroh-Snyder forces the save from Glover. Eftimades shouldering Mullen off that puck. Coe unable to clear it east. Plowed by Garcia. And a penalty coming up. Again, the trailing official making the rebound back and resets to Azzoldi. Azzoldi down low. Backhand try, save made, rebound, score! And you can break out the chapeaux now, baby, for Noah Callender. Zone rebound back and resets to Azzoldi. Azzoldi down low. Backhand try, save made, rebound, score! And you can break out the chapeaux now, baby, for Noah Callender. Advertising opportunities, and watch the puck drop at South Park Ice Rink at 7 p.m. between the Crusaders and the Colts on Wednesday, January 24th on 10-band TV.
Jumbo Ice Caramel Drizzle Peppermint Mochaccino.
Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know 10-Band TV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on 10-Band TV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Music from the 412 with your concert calendar this week. I'm Bonnie Diver. Coming up on January the 12th, it's the Delaney's at the Craft House. January 13th, the Tells and Stereo Scandal will be at Fat Cat on East Ohio Street. Riverside Odds and the Cheats will be at Porky's in Etna. You'll find Chip and the Chargers at Mr. Small's Funhouse. And Dan Stonework at the Winber Polish Falcons. Sunday, January the 14th, September Morning and Storms Within will be at Basement Transmission. And Monday, January the 15th, it's Wigwam with Dying Breed at Jurgles. And make sure you're listening to Music from the 412 for your chance to win tickets for Extreme, Three Dog Night, and so many other shows. Now, this week on Music from the 412, our featured artist is Dinner Bell Road. Here's Go on Music from the 412.
shit and hit the hole. Look at me like I'm going insane.
Ten-Band TV is proud to welcome aboard its newest sponsor, Capper Hockey Services. Capper Hockey Services is your trusted partner in navigating the diverse opportunities available for hockey players and their families as they continue their hockey journeys at the collegiate level. Capper Hockey Services is proud to partner with the American College Hockey Association to present the ACHA Prospect Showcase Series, April 19th through the 21st in Middletown, New Jersey, June 21st through the 23rd in Las Vegas, and August 2nd through the 4th in Adrian, Michigan. And coming in February to 10-Band TV, live coverage of the 2024 College Hockey Mid-America and College Hockey East Conference tournaments. Matt Popchock back here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center for the final period of Game 2 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Capper Hockey Services. And as long as we're giving shout-outs, how about a shout-out to Dinner Bell Road for the music you heard during the ice cut? You can hear more at musicfromthe412.com or download the Music from the 412 app to your Roku or Amazon Fire device. Chartiers Valley, half a dozen in the goals column, that much closer to a baker's dozen in the win column as period 3 gets underway. Icing against the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic, who trail this game 6-1. Knights operating on an extended double power play. The official word on the penalty against Austin Eftimiades, and it was the only penalty, mind you, at the end of that second period, a double minor for roughing with 10 seconds remaining in the middle frame. And here are the Colts shorthanded, and shooting that puck just wide and missing the target is Austin Tornabene. Tornabene forcing a turnover at the Wheeling Central blue line, and with help from Szymanski, the Colts will just rag this puck and take more time off the penalty clock. They ice it legally. DeAngelis has it and lets it deflect in front of Ashton Glover, the Wheeling Central netminder. DeAngelis blocked that outlet pass, which is picked up by Aiden Coey. Coey from the edge of the left circle, off the side of Kohlberg, and that might have caught the side of the net as well to Kohlberg's right. Connor Wood from distance, that shot blocked by Waldron. Kohlberg hugging that far post to make the save, and the puck was not frozen by Kohlberg, but officials lost sight of it long enough to blow the whistle. 2:40 to go in the extended power play to Wheeling Park. Their fifth power play opportunity and sixth power play opportunity, we might add, of the game. Now the big guns both scored power play goals in the first period. DeAngelis of Char Valley, Pilek of Wheeling Central, as Kohlberg makes a save, and that puck almost deflected in behind him. That took a funny ricochet off the Char Valley junior. Stroh-Snyder over the line, shorthanded for the Colts, trying to toe drag it around Barkey. Puck back to center, Waldron for Hines. Hines retreating as the first of the two penalties, minor penalties to Austin Eftimiades, has all but expired. So Wheeling Central now 1 for 5 officially on the PP. Under 2 minutes to go in the second consecutive power play chance as Eftimiades is still in the sin bin. Kuhlberg covers. Once again, just the second time all year the Colts have allowed a goal in the first period, but after that Pilot power play marker, it was all Chartiers Valley. 5 unanswered goals, punctuated by a natural hat trick by freshman Noah Callender. And right before we went back on the air, Callender, we loved watching him during warm-ups. He was dancing to the in-house music. He was waving to the Chartiers Valley fans in the crowd, and it's, for a freshman, it can be so intimidating to play varsity hockey for the first time, but there's just something different about him. You can tell that he is just embracing every second of this and relishing this first season. And he is having the kind of season that Colts supporters and fans and boosters are going to be talking about for a long time. 28 points for Callender as a PIHL rookie this year. And Callender has it shorthanded for the Colts with just over a minute to go in the second minor penalty against Eftimiades. Callender tries to send it the full 200 feet. It's promptly sent back into Colts territory. And not much going on this shift for the Wheeling Central power play. Pilot brings it out from behind his own net. Outlet pass to Coe. Coe, who set up Pilot for that lone Wheeling CC goal, is pinned against the boards by Mitchell. Puck comes near side with under half a minute to go on the power play for Wheeling Central. Near side to Pilot. Mitchell reversing to Coe. Coe off the turnover, trying to get a clean shot on goal as Kuhlberg is out of position at the side of the net, but makes the save nonetheless. And the Colts are just about back to full strength. The penalty officially expiring as DeAngelis is bumped off the puck by Hatfield. Hatfield, too heavy for Coe, icing on the visitors with under 13 to go in regulation. Wheeling Central Catholic, one of 5 West Virginia schools all time to play PIHL varsity hockey, as most of the West Virginia Panhandle teams typically do. PJ Ratcliffe, of course, he won that state championship a couple of years ago. During the day, he's an attorney. Ratcliffe been practicing law for a long time, actually. Just got a new job in the offseason at the Stuckey law firm. Isolde, meanwhile, cradling this puck for Chartiers Valley as the Colts try to work it out in front to Held. Held is denied, but Isolde has it again for the Colts. Callender down low to Szymanski. Szymanski's shot is knocked aside by Glover. Colts control the rebound. Callender playing the left point on this shift for Isolde. Isolde overskated, and that'll allow Prager to get it back to center ice. Callender from just shy of the Wheeling Central blue line gets this puck deep and comes off for a line change. Second period shots on goal, by the way, were 23-5 in favor of the Colts. Coming into period 3 as that puck hits the post to the right of Glover. The game totals were 37 for the Colts and 8 for the Maroon Knights. Wheeling Central with an early shot advantage in this third period, due in large part to that double minor on Eftimiades, but the Colts still ahead where it counts 6-1 as Glover again is under siege, but stands his ground. Szymanski pressing the issue for the Colts. Szymanski down low, out in front, off a skate. One of the Colts got double teamed and tied up at the side of the net as Tornabene has the loose puck. Cross ice for Taylor. Taylor The right-handed shooter had a hard time accepting that pass. Tornabene plays it off the corner boards to himself, but it comes right back to Pilak, and Pilak is up ahead of the play, 1-on-3 for Wheeling Central. Pilak on one hand trying to corral that puck. Lost it to Tornabene. Tornabene up ahead to Knight. Knight, top of the left circle, bouncing puck on goal. Glover had to kick that leg out to make the save. Near side it comes to Hines. Hines retreating as the Maroon Knights are changing on the go. Knight plays it into Wheeling Central territory as he's knocked down from behind. Play continues, and Knight a bit shaken up at the Wheeling Central blue line. Mullen lets that puck go under his stick. No icing, officials say. Eftimades back on after doing his time for Chartiers Valley. Hines around the boards. Stroh-Snyder anticipating. Gave it away to Komorowski. Hatfield to center ice. Under the stick of Hines. Baker's going to get there first for Wheeling Central. Baker had it roll off his stick. Right back to Stroh-Snyder. Landon Smith, outlet pass to Eftimades. Eftimades trying to dance around Barkey, but Barkey stood him up. Taylor to his defensive partner Garcia. Give away to Baker. Baker lost it to Garcia. Eftimades for Stroh-Snyder. Coey retreating. Coey up through center. Pass intended for Kerr. Kerr couldn't take it, and it's icing on Wheeling Central Catholic. Now the push for the 2024 PIHL playoffs is almost here. The Chartiers Valley Colts will be a part of the dance, and 10-Band TV is going to be a part of the dance, a proud broadcast partner for the 2024 Penguins Cup Championship Series and the 2024 PIHL Co-op Division Tournament. For information on affordable postseason advertising opportunities for your business or organization, simply visit 10band.tv and click Advertise. Colts in command, 6-1 as we approach the midpoint of period 3, and a penalty is coming up against Wheeling Central Catholic. Coey will sit down for the visitors, and Chartiers Valley for the 5th time tonight goes on the man advantage. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the indication against the Wheeling Central junior. Reinkar's unable to clear. Colts operating on the power play, trying to tack on here as time ticks away in regulation. Held down low for Char Valley. Held, ducks around the check from Wood. Back up top to Callender. Callender cranks one, blocker save Glover, and the Knights will clear it. Szymanski slows that puck down. A minute and a half to go now on the Colts power play. Chartiers Valley 2 for 4 in that department thus far. Callender, left wing side, pulling back, keeps this puck onside just barely, and finally Pilak forces him back to center. A good blue-collar effort there by the Wheeling Catholic All-Star. Pilak sends it the length. Kohlberg settles it down, but gave it away to one of the Maroon Knights in the process. That was Reinkar's. Reinkar's unable to play the puck, however, as the Colts send it back to the Wheeling Central blue line. Szymanski beyond center red over the attacking line now. Szymanski around a man driving the net, shoots, save Glover, and there is no rebound. Oh, Dylan Szymanski, the sophomore D-man, nearly went coast to coast. Colts trying to put on a special teams clinic here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, leading 6-1 with 7:20 remaining in period 3. 35 to go in the Char Valley PP. Stroh-Snyder, cross ice, too strong for Isolde, but he catches it off the bounce. Isolde around a man. Isolde shooting, save made. Glover, no rebound. Now, Isolde and DeAngelis scored against the Maroon Knights the last time these teams played in that 4-2 Char Valley win at West Banco Arena back in the second week of December. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same, as both have scored tonight. Isolde with a goal and 3 assists on the evening. Isolde leading the Colts currently with those 15 helpers on the air as Glover juggles that puck. And that should just about do it. That shot off a face-off by Stroh-Snyder misses the net, so the Colts are 2 for 5 after the successful Wheeling Central Catholic PK. And here come the Maroon Knights. Coey fresh out of the box. Forces a glove save from Kohlberg. Coey setting up Logan Pilek for a power play goal with 12:36 gone by in the first period. Pilek's 9th goal in his last 6 PIHL games. Romeo Isolde answering on a breakaway 18 seconds later from Taylor and Stroh-Snyder. And from there on, it's been all Colts all the time. Dayton Yanko up to center. Threw it to the wrong shoulder of Knight. Knight just gets this puck, or tries to get it in the general direction of Ashton Glover, the Wheeling Central goaltender. Glover makes a stick save on the shot by Garcia from center point. Knight in the corner playing this puck. Braden Knight, one of 7 Chartiers Valley seniors who will be honored next Thursday night as the Colts host Wheeling Park, the other West Virginia Panhandle team in the Blue Division of Class A. And that game will face off at 7:10 Eastern Time next Thursday night, the 18th. And we will have coverage on PIHL Hockey Night Live of the Chartiers Valley Class of 24 Senior Night Ceremony. The Colts and the Patriots of Wheeling Park, both with 24 points coming into tonight. Chartiers Valley, by virtue of its perfect record, has the tiebreaker for the Blue Division lead. So that one could be for all the marbles as far as the divisional title is concerned. That's next up for the Colts. Next up for Wheeling Central Catholic. We'll get to that in just a moment as the Maroon Knights are back on the power play with 5:20 remaining in regulation, trailing 6-1. Tornabene is the guilty party for the Colts, as Pilek is knocked down from behind. Play continues. Kohlberg makes the save with Wood on his doorstep. The Colts are able to snatch that puck and clear at the length of the ice. Interference, the official indication, against the Char Valley sophomore. Vossen gains the red line, gets it into Colts territory, but not for long. Callender with a chance shorthanded. Callender toward goal and misses just wide of the far post. Noah Callender with a natural hat trick in this game already has a power play goal, looking for a shorty. Wood tackled to the ground by Held as play goes on. Tyler Held now shoving Connor Wood from behind into the boards. 40 to go in the Wheeling Central power play. Cross ice pass for Coe. Coe from distance. That shot deflected wide. Final 4 minutes of regulation here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center as the Colts clear it. Last rush for the Maroon Knights power play. They are 1 for 5 thus far. And they're about to be 1 for 6 as Stroh-Snyder picks up the loose puck and fires it on Glover, who hangs on. 10 seconds to go in the interference minor on Tornabene. And Aiden Coe is being sent off. Aiden Coe has been ejected from this game, the second leading scorer on the Maroon Knights for abuse of officials, apparently. And you can hear it from up here as Owen Mullen, following the righteous indignation of Coe, goes to the penalty box to serve the minor penalty. Now, officially, it's a game misconduct for 4 penalties in a game, which is PIHL protocol for Aiden Coe of Wheeling Central Catholic. Slashing for 2 minutes. And a 10-minute misconduct penalty for abuse of officials, and then the misconduct penalty for 4 penalties in a game. And now a penalty coming up against the Colts as players push and shove. Konorowski putting Smith into the glass. Eftimades barking at one of the Knights, and now Eftimades is going to be tossed here, I think. Buchholz and Fitzgerald trying to rein in both teams here. Eftimades screaming at one of the officials, and he just needs to be careful he doesn't get himself into even more trouble than he's already in. Azoldi talking to Prager, the Wheeling Central captain. And so this will take some time to sort out. 3:18 to go in regulation. Chartiers Valley 6, Wheeling Central Catholic 1. Chartiers Valley about to improve to 13-0 and remain one of 2 unbeaten teams in the PIHL. Now Eftimades has been tossed for 4 penalties in a game. 2 minutes for cross-checking and 10-minute misconduct for abuse of officials. And so right now, we are playing 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 31 seconds longer. And then the Maroon Knights will get a truncated power play of approximately 25 seconds in length. And next up for them, the visitors here tonight, is an in-state rivalry game against Wheeling Park. So both teams have Wheeling Park next on their respective schedules. Wheeling Park will play Wheeling Central Catholic at West Banco Arena Monday the 15th at 7:20 Eastern Time. And as I said, the Colts will host Wheeling Park next Thursday night at 7:10 for senior night. Azoldi shouldering one of the Maroon Knights from behind. Visiting fans furious as Perlaza gets back to his feet and comes off here. Chartiers Valley at 4-on-4 strength, putting it off Glover, and Glover will pin it for a face-off. Ryan Kumpf taking that shot for the Colts. Humph about to take the ensuing face-off against the Rheinkars as P.J. Ratcliffe makes a late personnel change. And the Maroon Knights win the face-off and work it up to center for Brady Kerr. Wood lets it go to Komorowski. 15 to go in the 4-on-4, under 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Chartiers Valley going to go to 13-0. Wheeling Central Catholic will drop to 6-6-1 overall in PIHL play. Owen Mullen, who served the minor penalty to Coey, is out of the box. And this truncated power play will go by the wayside for Wheeling Central Catholic. It's played back to center for Hines. Glover taps it to his left as we are back to 5-a-side. No icing as Luke Hines retreats to play it. And he takes a shoulder from Kerr in the process. Yanko unable to reach it. Stroh-Snyder lets it go in a delayed offside situation that favors Wheeling Central. Szymanski backpedaling as this puck is flipped up into the stands and underneath. One of the Chartiers Valley spectators off to our immediate right, and everybody appears to be okay, thank goodness. .38 ticks to talk. As Stroh-Snyder brings it through center. Stroh-Snyder unable to force that puck on net as it's loose, being batted around in front of Glover. Teams push and shove in the far corner as Stroh-Snyder takes a retaliatory hit there, trying to play that puck. Sperlaza trying to line up Stroh-Snyder now as it's sent around the boards and back to the neutral zone. 3 seconds remaining. And 13, the lucky number for Paul Bonetti and the Colts. 13 PIHL games, 13 wins for the top team in the PIHL Class A Blue Division. An 11-save victory for Matt Kohlberg. As he defeats the Maroon Knights for a second time this season, picking up his 11th win individually on the year. And the Colts defeat the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic by a final score of 6-1. Thank you, executive producer Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, camera operator Kennedy Kazarowski. Thank you, Austin McLean on public address. And thank you for watching and listening. We will be coming at you again on Monday night, the 15th, an MLK Day special, if you will. And we will be coming at you from the Alpha Complex in Harmarville, inside the USA rink, where the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings will host the Peters Township Indians in a PIHL Hockey Night Live simulcast on Peters Hockey TV, with the puck dropping at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in Class AAA competition. Once again, your final score in 1A Blue Division action tonight. The Chartiers Valley Colts 6, the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights 1. I am Matt Popchock. That is all she wrote from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, where you have been watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of 10 Band TV, and it's all been presented by Capper Hockey Services.